This case raises economic points that many economists and policymakers keep debating, and there may not necessarily be a single clear answer. What are these points of debate?
The 3 points of debate in this case are on tax, whether to cut tax or not. Secondly is on the euro currency adoption for the two countries, or not to do it. And then thirdly is on education. When is high government spending on education excessive? So let's explore the debate which is against cutting taxes. The reason that people say government should not cut taxes is that tax cuts drive inequalities as they benefit the wealthy more, and then also tax cuts introduce fiscal deficit and high borrowing costs which will be paid in high taxes in the future. And then also reduced government income reduces government spending on education, health and infrastructure, which negatively affect economic growth. And then also firms that receive the benefit of tax cuts do not necessarily put those in capital investments, and they don't necessarily pass them to the workers, and therefore this further drives inequalities in the society as the benefits go to the owners of capital only.
Okay, and what is the debate for cutting taxes?
The reasons that I put forward that taxes should be cut are that the taxes increase after tax income levels for employees, which increases spending and stimulate demand and grows the economy. And then also tax cuts reduces the cost for the firms, and therefore firms can invest in capital expenditure and then also hire more people, further growing the economy. And then also in the long run, the income of the government is never reduced. It's not reduced because that the increased economic activity results in higher tax collections from many sources.
And then let us explore the debate around euro currency adoption for entire eurozone. Why should the other countries be against this possible move?
So the debate is that the lagging countries should be against adopting the eurozone because the country that adopts the eurozone gets affected by currency fluctuation movements that are from other countries' macroeconomic fundamentals, which may not necessarily be from that country. And therefore the countries should try to be independent in terms of their currency. And then also the switch in currencies will result in short-term fluctuations of trade for those specific countries. However, the long-term benefits of the change to the single currency have not yet been proven. And then also having a single eurozone monetary policy may be inappropriate for the domestic conditions in those countries, and this reduces the tools that the countries can use to manage conditions that are specific in those countries, such as high unemployment and low growth.
Alright, and in reality there are a lot of countries that have adopted the euro currency. Surely there should be benefits for those countries.
Indeed, there are benefits for countries that have adopted common currency, and there are benefits for the rest of countries to adopt the common currency. The argument is that the following the benefits is that the same currency eliminates trade costs, which increases trade and also increases exports for the countries that have similar currency. And then also in the long term, currency variations for a large pool is less erratic, and therefore long-term business deals are more possible, which increases economic activity, driving growth even further. And also stability in currency increases predictability of investments, and this will drive further foreign direct investment to drive growth.
Okay, let's focus on education. Sweden and Denmark governments seem to be spending a lot more on education than some of the Europe countries. Is the high spend justified?
So other people say that the education spending in the two countries is excessive, is beyond high, is excessive. And this has negative effect on the economy because excess that is spent on education takes money away from other requirements, e.g. infrastructure development that will drive growth. And also excessive investment in education increases usage and cost of education as demand and supply factors are distorted which results in inefficient allocation of resources. And therefore, these skills, the skills that people acquire are at high cost and they are not efficiently used, which is wastage and does not increase human capital for the economy.
All right. And surely the high spending on education creates a massive relative advantage for these countries.
So the people that advocate for high education spending say that the education spending in the two countries is not excessive. It's just that it is high compared to the other countries. And this creates comparative advantage for the two countries. And this assists in shifting the steady state of the economy of the two countries to a higher level in the following ways. The government spend on education allows the poor to attain a good level of education, and therefore they can participate more in the economic activities, reducing the inequality in the societies and driving economic growth. And also, a higher spend on education encourages private sector to contribute in key advanced and specific education and skills areas that drive higher human capital and grow the economy of the country. As you can see, there are diverse views on the economic policies of various countries. However, on the issue of education, this is much clearer for me, in that government spend on education needs to be high while ensuring that the spend is done in right areas so that it can be effective in driving higher human capital. However, on the issue of tax cuts and common currency, I leave that to other economists and policy makers to debate and hopefully come up with working solutions for their countries. Thank you.